artist named Indigo child. I'm from Brooklyn. I started making art about 2 years ago, and I just kept making art every day. So painting, sculpture, video art, fashion, and yeah, it's what I love to do.
So
I started with drawing, so pencil, and I moved on to sculpture. So like assembly sculpture, like finding things, gluing them together, painting them, and then I moved on to painting. So oil painting, and then acrylic, and then now I'm like experimenting with more, I guess you could say like three-dimensional paintings, like paintings with some depth to them, you know, and like using different types of materials like plastic or rubber, like instead of just canvas. I'm not really sure exactly.
Yeah.
It kind of felt like something that I just had to do.
Something that you just needed to be doing type shit.
Yeah. Like it felt like a calling kind of.
Mm-hmm.
I know it sounds kind of cliche sometimes,
Yeah.
but that's really how it felt.
Yeah, sometimes that's how it be. Yeah.
It felt like, I remember one day I was walking down the street and I was like, I could be, or some reason I could be a painter.
Type shit.
I could be an artist. I'm gonna go for it.
So you ever sold any of your paintings?
I haven't sold any paintings yet, but I've sold a couple sculptures.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like sculpting, like started like 2 years into painting, or like later on?
Sculpting is actually before painting.
Oh, okay. So how you got into that, like?
Sculpture?
Yeah.
Like
school?
Nah, not school.
I would think that's like school shit,
Yeah,
you know,
you think.
like, yeah.
No, it just kind of comes naturally to me. So it's finding things on the street and seeing like, oh, this could go with this.
Yeah.
Putting them together, painting them, and just kind of going with whatever I feel like in the moment, you know?
Yeah. So you got any like artists in your family?
Yeah, I have a few artists in my family.
Okay.
So that inspired me for sure.
Yeah. What they do? Like form of art.
So my uncle does sculptures mostly.
Okay.
So yeah, definitely inspiration. Like seeing someone in my family, like, oh, if he can make a living off this.
Yeah.
Like I could do it too, probably.
Okay. So you have it locked in, and like he try to like give you some type of like, you know, older wisdom kind of shit on like, you know, sculpting and all that.
No, yeah. Definitely we talk, and I go to his studio sometimes.
Okay.
Like see what he's doing. I went to a boarding school, so I finished school up there, in Utah, and then I went to college for about a year in Los Angeles, for fashion design. So I originally started with fashion design, and then I kind of felt constricted within the limits of fashion design, and I felt like I wanted to take my creativity to a place with like without boundaries, you know, because fashion to me is very the industry is very limiting. There's always trends, there's always someone expecting something from you. Yeah, it's definitely difficult. Like I never really enjoyed school or the constricts of school. So I feel like there's so many different types of intelligence, and with school, from high school, like even before high school into college, like they're generally only focusing on certain types of intelligence, right? So the kids that are able to that their brain works in a way where they can memorize things, and they can take in a lot of information and then spit it back out to you, they're considered smart, you know?
Yeah.
And that is one type of intelligence, for sure. But that's just one type of intelligence. So it's also creative intelligence, you know? And I believe real, like, intelligence is being able to solve a problem, you know? How do you solve a problem? How do you create something new? How do you step outside the boundaries of what you're being taught? Because anyone can learn something and then spit it back out to you, but do you understand what you're learning, and are you able to take that information and then apply it to something else? I feel like there are a lot of people that want to be artists for the reason of I could almost say like attention or clout, or you know, they see like whether it's visual art or like musical art, and they want to be that because they want to be that type of person, you know. I think if you're an artist, you should be doing it because it's what you love to do, you know. And if that's what you love to do, then I don't really think you have a choice. So this piece was probably the one that's taken me the most time. It's definitely taller than me. But so these are made out of pipe cleaners. So they come in like packs of 100, and then so I just twist them, and then I put like a flame to them so that they kind of like curl up and they aren't as like, you know, fluffy, like it comes more compact. And then just kind of went with it in the moment, and it kind of flowed down from the top, which is like a plastic foundation, and then really spent months and months just building off of it. So it definitely started, you know, more up here, and then kind of came down this way. Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite pieces, for sure. So this one is really painted on a mirror. I had this mirror in my room for a while, I think, and I was like, I just want to paint on it. So I started painting on it. It's pretty much a figure that comes down, like his foot is a gun, and there's another character over here. Like, interesting, I don't really think about what I'm creating beforehand. It kind of comes out, and then I'm like kind of have to interpret it afterwards. So this is kind of just what it is, you know. I just wanted to show this one because I thought it was pretty interesting. You know, if you have an interpretation of it that's just really just as valid as my interpretation of it,